So we are now starting the notes for lesson 7-8. We are going to be solving trigonometric functions by factoring. We're going to do quite a few problems from page 501, and we're starting with number 6. I want to solve this by recognizing that sine squared minus 1 is a difference of two squares. If you would rather, you can just add the 1, take the square root. Remember that the fact that there's a plus and a minus sign when you square root. But anyway, I'm going to change this into sine theta minus 1 and sine theta plus 1. Therefore, the sine of theta is going to equal 1, or the sine of theta is going to equal negative 1, because again, we set each of the factors equal to 0 and start to solve it. And we all know where the sine of theta is 1. It's on your unit circle. It happens at pi over 2. And sine of theta equals negative 1 at 3 pi over 2. So that shouldn't have been too bad. Let's try problem number 8. 2 cosine squared theta plus the cosine of theta minus 1 equals 0. I think it's easier to notice the factoring if you get rid of the cosine and the cosine squared and put a variable there instead. So we're going to use u because that is the normal thing to do. We're going to let u be the cosine of theta, which changes this math problem into 2u squared plus u minus 1. And 2u squared plus u minus 1 factors into 2u minus 1 and u plus 1. Therefore, this math problem is actually 2 cosine theta minus 1 times the cosine of theta plus 1 equals 0. Again, we set each of the factors equal to 0 and solve. And you're going to grab your unit circle to check for theta. So we end up with 2 cosine theta equals 1. The cosine of theta equals 1/2. We also have that the cosine of theta equals negative 1. So the cosine of theta equals 1/2 at pi over 3. And also at 2 pi over 3. And it equals negative 1 at pi